guys. I just want to thank you all so much for coming out tonight. I honestly think that, I mean, besides the DMAs themselves, this is the most diverse crowd of music community that we've seen in a long time. So give yourselves a big hand. I hope you guys are all having a good time. I want to announce that the date of 2012 Music Awards is going to be Friday the 13th in April. And the other thing that I want to say tonight is thank you for everyone who's shown interest in the Vitamin Water People's Choice Awards. Josh Bartlett is here from Vitamin Water. Give him a big hand too, because they've done a lot to promote the People's Choice Awards in Detroit music. We owe them a big round. We're going to be getting CDs. I mean, hit me up, email me. We'll get some more CDs from people, and we'd love to have as eclectic and large of a submission as we can. Vitamin Water is going to be going through those and picking singles and putting them on the Vitamin Water player. We're going to be launching that in March. And Christian Draheim's here too tonight. The Infatuations won the People's Choice Awards last year, and they've done some good stuff with that. So it's a really cool thing to be involved in. We're trying to do whatever we can to broaden the scope of winners and people who are involved in the DMAs. With that in mind, I'm going to bring Howard back up, and he's going to talk a little bit about some Grammy stuff and other good stuff. And we're going to talk more about a couple things. We're going to keep it short, but we're going to talk about a few music award things and maybe have, if you guys have some questions, we want to hear them tonight. So, Howard.
Thanks, Kathy. Welcome, everybody. As you know, this is the 21st year now we're going into the Detroit Music Awards. And this is an exciting time because the people that are involved in the music awards in terms of the genres of music and the excitement around the music awards keeps growing every year. And we hope that we can make it relevant not just to the winners, but to everyone participating and being part of the community, because that's what we really have here is a great music community in Detroit. And it's events like this and networking events, and we're hoping to put on some more seminars. We've done that in the past. We haven't done it in a while, but more seminars that are educational for people to help to spread the word as what you can do, how can you make your music pay off, not only artistically, but hopefully financially as well. One of the things I did want to briefly talk about tonight, many of you may know I'm also very active in the Recording Academy, the Grammys, and we do work, the Detroit Music Awards people, we do work with the Recording Academy, and I've been on the Board of Governors, I think, for about 8 years now, of the Academy out of the Chicago office, and we have a lack of people out of Detroit that are really members and involved, and it's a great organization because Detroit Music Awards and the Detroit Music Awards Foundation is fabulous for bringing us together here and bringing us together within the Detroit community. But the Grammy Awards and the Recording Academy then helps you to link in nationally and does allow you to then submit nationally to the Grammy Awards. This isn't a music community that should only be in Detroit. We're so good that we should be national and we should certainly be international. So I just wanted to point out a couple things about membership in the Recording Academy, and I had some brochures. I don't know if there are any left in the back there on the table, but there's some brochures about joining and the benefits of joining the Recording Academy. I think it's $100 a year. It's not cheap, but it's certainly not overpriced for what you get. One of the benefits is the being able to vote and participate in the Grammy Awards process. If you're a voting member, to be a voting member, I'm pretty sure the instructions are there. I think you need 6 artistic credits on like 6 tracks. It's not really that difficult to become a voting member for the Grammys. There's a lot of networking that goes on. There are things that are local, that are out of Chicago, that are national. You get, if you're a member, you get an invitation and you can buy tickets for the Grammy Awards, go there for the live performance. Independent artists are becoming more and more important, not only in Detroit, but nationally with the Grammys, and they do devote a lot of time and energy to helping develop independent artists and independent labels. Any of you who are producers or engineers, if you join the Recording Academy, you automatically become part of the producers and engineers wing of the Grammys, which has a lot of educational programs, networking between producers and engineers so you can learn a lot. And then finally, there's the advocacy of the Recording Academy. We have advocates in Washington. You would have the opportunity to go to Washington and advocate on behalf of the musicians and recording positions. And finally, Music Cares and the Grammy Foundation has assisted more than 15,000 members of the Recording Academy in various things like addiction recovery, the Nashville flood, Hurricane Katrina. They donated over $25 million to these various functions. It's a lot of money, and it comes from the heart. So I do urge you to become active in the Music Awards, certainly active in the Recording Academy. Let's give Detroit more of a focus than we already have nationally and internationally with our music. I think the next thing we're going to be talking about is the voting process for the Detroit Music Awards. Because as we all know, there's every year questions that come up. There's confusion about how does it work? How do you qualify? Is it fixed? No, it's not fixed. I can answer that quickly. But we're going to have Terry Cogenhop tell us more about the voting process, how it works, how you can register if you're not already registered to vote. And the more people that participate and the more involvement that we have from the music community in the voting process, the more accurate it's going to be in terms of nominating and the winners being those people that are best representative of our music community. Thank you, and enjoy the holidays.
Hi, I'm Terry Cogenhop. I'm the director of the Detroit Music Awards. Thank you. I am so happy to see this big turnout. I know that I know some of you, but the ones that I don't know, I hope I get to know. It's really great for everybody to come out, and especially for a Q&A like this. We take a lot of questions, we take a lot of heat, but you know, the process is as fair as we possibly can get it. We've been trying and trying and trying, and I think we've been successful, although a lot of people may not think so. I think that if you understand the process, you'll understand. What I want to talk about, basically, is that what we have a process that's a three-step process. And if you got the handout, you'll see that there's a phase 1, 2, and 3. In phase 1, what we do is everybody throws their name into a hat, basically. This is also patterned after the Grammy Awards. So you do not have to be a voting member to do that. Anybody off the street can do that. And everybody's name goes into a category. The other thing is, when there's duplicate names, I have to go in there and take them out of the categories. But we try to get that done as fast as we can. The second phase is the nomination phase. This is where it gets a little confusing. People think that if they put a name in there that they're automatically nominated, and that is not the case. It's like any other voting process where you have, you know, the most nominations appear on the final ballot. So this is all done very democratically. It's all done by computer. There is no messing around with it. When we take questions, you know, we'll figure some things out here, but I'm here to tell you that that process works very well. When you get to phase 3, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, phase 2 is not just anybody. It's people in the music industry. And in the music industry, we have a pretty broad range of people. You can be a working musician, you can be a manager, you can be a club owner, you can be a booking agent. You can be just about anything. You can be a sound tech.
Could you be an entertainment lawyer?
Oh yes, you can be an entertainment lawyer. Sorry, we let Howard vote every once in a while. Photographers, you know, that's kind of a tough call, because I do want to tell you that when you register to vote, we do have to vet you. We have to know that you are who you say you are. And when you think about the enormity of this task, with the 10 genres that we cover and the 76 different categories of whatever it is, there's a lot of ground to cover. So if you're a hip-hop guy and I don't know who you are, I've got to find you somewhere and make sure that you're legitimate, because it's not fair to the people that are voting if you are not who you say you are. So don't get all ticked off when, you know, I send you back something that says, hey, verify who you are. If you are in the music industry in some way, shape, or form, you should be able to be found on the World Wide Web. I would think so. So that is the second process, is that we go through that, you put a nomination in, you're able to nominate one person per category, and then we get on to phase 2. The most people that get the most nominations are the ones that end up on final ballot.